Hello, everyone. It is Pat back again with some Oracle card reading and messages for this upcoming week. Today's the 12th of October. I know I missed last week, but back at it this week. And I wanted to make you aware that as we get into this week, and actually more towards the end of it, there is a couple astrological events going on. So we have a new moon coming in at the end of the week. And we also have Mercury is going into a retrograde period at the end of this week. And that is, for those of you who don't know, it's a time where, and Mercury is a planet that oversees the computers, electronics, contracts, things like that. So it's generally considered not a good time to enter into those things because there may be details that you miss. You might have to redo it. You might have to resend emails, reschedule things, but it can also be a really beneficial time too. And a great time to relax, rejuvenate, reorganize, things like that. So it goes on for about about 2.5 weeks. It comes out of retrograde and goes direct right before the election, which does concern me a little bit, but primarily because as it goes into retrograde and as it comes out and goes direct, the effects of it can seem really intensified. And for those of us who are very energetically sensitive, we often start feeling the effects of it, the slowing down of it, even right before it goes into retrograde. But a lot of us feel it really intensely around those times. So just a heads up about that. That's all. So I picked from the Archangel cards for this week and the daily guidance, because, there's so much going on in the world and in our nation right now that really it's just one day at a time. It's all we can do, right? So the Archangel that first, I picked out 3 Archangel cards actually. The first one that came out for this week is this one, Prioritize, with the Archangel Metatron. So its message says, that starting our week, we're gonna be putting our priorities in order. What do we need to get done this week? What has a time-sensitive nature to it? We might be even reorganizing that prefix, reorganizing some of our priorities, so there's an element of that going on. What needs to happen, what needs to take place, what direction are we moving in? And Metatron is a great archangel. The additional part of that message is that he's helping you not just to establish what your priorities this week, but he's helping you to get organized and motivated around them. Having that motivated energy is a big key part of it. So that's a big part of kind of like the anchor or the base of the week, is looking to get our priorities. And like I said, I feel like some of you may have been feeling the need to restructure some of them. And right underneath that, I've kind of pulled out the 3 Archangel cards on top and then put these underneath them. So right underneath that card for the beginning of our week is this one, Relationship. And it's a message that really speaks to the idea that, I'll read the message on the card. It says, your primary relationship is with yourself and God, and every other relationship follows from there. So to attract, heal, or balance a relationship, snuggle more closely with your loving creator or higher, that power greater than yourself. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. So it may be that as the week begins, if you've been feeling like cranky, frustrated, like you need to get away, and just, there is a lot of chaos going on and, a lot of extra stuff that all of us are having to deal with in the world right now, as well as our own personal lives, things that have been forced upon us that we didn't, need or want or expect to have to deal with. But still, when that's going on, when we find ourselves in, getting cranky with other people and feeling aggravated by it and the situations that we're in, it oftentimes is a sign that we may not we may not have made ourself and our own well-being enough of a priority. Okay, and that may be part of what needs to be prioritized at the beginning of the week is our relationship with ourselves, our need for downtime, our need to take care of our inner self with quiet time, quiet space, et cetera, et cetera. I'm reminded of that advisement, like when you're on the airplane and if the pressure changes, and those oxygen masks come down, they always say to put it on yourself first and then go to help somebody else. Because you can get burnt out to a point where you are then no longer able to help other people. And they might be people that you really care about and that you really do want to help. But if you're too burnt out, it becomes difficult for you to do that. And you can end up getting sick yourself. So it's a reminder to make yourself and your relationship with yourself a priority. Okay. And it's also a signal that some of the relationships in your life, there's going to be improvement that's coming into them. This angel who's on the unicorn, she's riding the unicorn, but she's coming out of the dark forest and into a light-filled meadow. Okay, so it's very symbolic of coming out of the darkness and into the light. Okay, if you've been feeling really heavy emotions, then it may be a time when those are lifting. Okay, or maybe you've done some work on your inner self and faced your shadow side or something, and now that you've faced it, there's a lightness, a lighter energy that's coming in, and you're feeling a little bit more confident and moving forward. So those are some of the themes that are coming in at the beginning, and as what that transitions to is order, divine order. Raguel coming in here with this message of, he says, everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see the underlying order. Raguel is an angel of justice and fairness. Okay. And he helps to, resolve arguments and legal disputes. And his name means like the friend of God. And right underneath that is this trustworthy guidance. So there's an order. It's a dual message, really. That primarily it's like, even though things can seem chaotic, it's like, look past that. And, truthfully, I think a lot of us already do. When we see a lot of the stuff that's in the media, with certain public figures who are trying to promote, certain ideas about what's going on. And, you just know that it's a show. So we're looking past the illusion and seeing the truth of it. But there is an order to how things are happening, is part of what that card speaks to. And it does certainly, I feel, mean that there is order that is going to be coming back to our country and our world. It's not always going to be this chaos and drama. We're going to get past it. So it's a divine message to look past all the chaos and illusion that you see going on. Because I have no doubt over the next couple of weeks, as we head into our election and even through the end of the year, there's going to be a lot of drama and stuff. So they're saying, look past that. There is an order to what's going on right now, and order is going to be restored. And the scales on here, like I said, he's an angel of justice and fairness. So the divine order, the divine law of justice and fairness is what's coming into play in the bigger way, okay? But it's also about more order coming into your life. If you've, at the beginning of the week, you've focused on your priorities, or what you maybe needed to reorganize your priorities so that there's more order coming into your week and you're getting some really great ideas. That's what this card is about, trustworthy guidance. You are being guided. The help that you're asking for is coming. And so be sure to follow through on those ideas, okay? And it says right on the card, you've received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers. So this idea is real and trustworthy, and you can safely move forward with it. So, as you get that, don't second guess yourself. It's inspiration that's coming to you. So, and it may be an inspiration ideas about how to bring better order maybe to your household or into some other aspect of your life, okay? And so the other message that we have come out is this one from Joe Field about clear your space. So this space clearing going on, which makes sense as we come into the new moon at the end of the week. You know, the new moons are about the new coming in. It's a great time to start new things. Even with Mercury, retrograde, Mercury going retrograde, because it, as long as it doesn't have to do with necessarily contracts per se, but you can be deciding to reorganize a space, so you got to clear it out first. So, and it's about making the way for the new to come in. Okay. Underneath that is shower of abundance. So, and when this card shows up, this is real, tangible, spendable money. It might be pay week for you. There might be mileage money or bonus money or something like that coming into you. And so that is there. And actually, as you clear out space, sometimes when you clear out your financial clutter, it makes the way for more money to come in. And I know some people that, they clear out their space and they sell all sorts of things on Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. And I was just talking to a friend yesterday who made $400 or $500 extra just from clearing out stuff in her home and selling it on the marketplace there. So, but that's what that message has to do with. Money coming in, and you're clearing things out of your space. You might be clearing out mental clutter too, and just taking some quiet time for yourself. But this usually speaks to physical space, because maybe you're feeling that Mercury retrograde energy coming in and you're deciding you want to reorganize something, or some area of your home or life. So, but it all starts with clearing things out first. So those are some of the messages that we get for this week. I hope you have a lovely week, and I hope to be back chatting with you soon. Take care, everyone, and thank you so much for watching.